Hello everyone, my name is Nicoya and this is the Roland MC-505, and we are zoomed in at the screen because we have the classic MC-505 LCD problem. So this is caused by the ribbon cable coming detached from the adhesive strip that is supposed to conduct between the PCB and the ribbon cable. So we're going to open this up and we're going to try to fix this by applying some heat. So I'm going to remove from the screws and let us fast forward through that. Oh no, one of the screws is missing already. Now, normally you'd want to be fairly careful about the knobs on this because they do break very easily, but mine are all already broken, and so I'm going to replace them anyway, so I don't really care. There we go. Corner of the case is a little bent in. In fact, let me bend that back out. There we go. Now the display is right under here, so we need to move this board out of the way temporarily. So we have, these screws here and then all along the back. And the screws not very screw in there, so you can this. Oh yeah, I can move around this. No, I can roll the plastic screw, and the machine screw right. Yep. All right, machine screws on either end, and then plastic screws in the ports. And I'm gonna need a socket to unscrew these. Be right back. Okay, 14 millimeter. Alright, so let's flip this out. Now, I think we're gonna have to pull this cable. So we go ahead and lift the catch, and the cable comes right out, apparently. There we go. And then, that's not too bad, I need to pull this cable. And then I should be able to flip this up out of the way, right? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, I'm actually going to pull this flat flex. And there we go. So, this is fine here, should be, but this cable here is pinned down with some Z conductive tape. It conducts vertically instead of horizontally. And what will happen is that the tape goes bad over time and basically no longer conducts properly. And we are going to heat it up to try to make it work. All right, we do not want this at 300 and some degrees because that's going to melt the cable. So we are going to go all the way down to, let's say 125. And come on, cool down. The darn thing heats up so fast, but I need to cool down to a non-scorching temperature. All right, we're about in the ballpark now. I'm going to zoom you in. And now I'm going to use the chill tip of the soldering iron here. We're set at 125C. And I'm going to just gently, after I get the cable untangled, just gently massage this down into place. So I don't know if that looks any different from your angle, but from my angle, it looks like it's doing something. So here's hoping I'm not just fooling myself. All right, well, that looks pretty reasonable to me. So I'm going to partially assemble this and see where that got us. So don't forget to hook that back up and hook this back up. I don't know how much of this is critical, other than obviously this connector is for the screen. Goes through. And I will try not to electrocute myself when testing this out. I just realized I had everything zoomed in. Okay, so that is a little bit of an improvement. Let me move this around a little bit. All right, so I think that's a little bit better. I'm going to give it a little more heat a few more times, and I will report back with how things went. And all right, there we go. I gave it another ironing with the soldering iron, and it's at 125C, and I actually switched to a slightly flatter tip. So this is sort of like a hoof tip, I think they call it. It's got like a round, angled tip to the end there. Nice amount of contact surface. So this is looking, honestly, like better than I expected. It's like almost factory new. There's no ghosting of any lines. Dang, that's pretty nice. So yeah, that is the display all fixed. I have a bunch of loose knobs to fix now. So look forward to that in an upcoming video. And until then, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you then.